So welcome everybody, welcome to the President Javon Show. We are excited to have you with us tonight. I think it's going to be a dope show. You've seen somebody here in the middle with us. We will introduce him now shortly. President, how was your week, sir?
My week was good. My week was short. My week was tight. The guard was short because I do panel beating and spray painting, so the rain really messed it up because I don't like moisture on panels.
Of course.
So I'm working
orange film, no?
No, not just orange film, and you get bubbles if you put it out in the sun. And the thing is, I'm working towards getting heaters one day. The heaters are gonna fall from the sky, God willing.
You never know, maybe the show gets a sponsor.
So yeah, nice. So that is really going to help. But other than that, other than the rain, my bro, I continued smiling. Yeah, I continued smiling.
I found that I kept thinking it was like Monday or Tuesday, kind of. It was like Thursday, Friday.
Wait. Did we first introduce you?
Okay.
So listen, yeah, we first talk about my week when they my week was lekker. Must throw me off that, but my week was lekker.
Chance to ask, how's your week, Javon?
How's your week, Javon?
Thank you guys. Okay. My week was nice. It was cool. What did I do? I was busy. Every week I say that I was busy. I ticked off some boxes, so that was cool. I did some stuff. It was lekker. But tonight we've got. Consider from a DJ point of view, from my point of view, OG. You'll be like,
The old part is right.
So I got DJ Tekneek in the house, African hip hop Indaba champion, DMC, SA 3-star finalist, turntablist, not a CDJ, turntablist, in the house. What's up, Mr. Tekneek?
Right. I only use turntables. That stuff that your Oma used to have in the house. I still don't know how a CDJ works even. I'm alright. Like you said, it's been a short week. Kept thinking it was Monday, Tuesday, and by the time we knew it was Friday, and I'm supposed to be sitting here talking to you fantastic young gentlemen. Lekker, man.
Yeah, we changed it because it was supposed to be at 8 load shedding, ESCOM. Yeah, so we changed it to 10.
Shout out to
ESCOM, yeah.
For doing the most.
Salute.
That did nothing when Malema had his strike, so there was no load shedding, and then all of a sudden it worked. So
shout out to the EFF, my bro, for doing the most for the people and the public holiday.
Away.
We actually talking about that earlier. Malema claimed victory over Cape Town. But you don't know that Cape Town was having a long weekend Monday.
Yeah,
we never stayed away because of him. We stayed away because it was long weekend.
Long weekend.
Oh,
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
I know what old boy was on about in Parliament talking about they're scared of me.
Nobody was worried, bro. Nobody was worried. So listen, also another thing, we got a couple of old. I want to say old, but
you keep calling the people old.
Nah, when I say old, I mean old for me in the sense of old school.
Shots fired.
But we got whatever. Where we gonna go? We're gonna the G Eternal. Yo!
Shout out to G Eternal. Shout out to G
in the house, and then I've got the Blue Moon.
Current
DMC South African champion. He's there, but you.
I don't know why I'm sitting here because he beat me in that very same competition.
But
so
it's a month of Ramadan.
Maybe
so,
I don't know what Ramadan's got to do with anything.
Yeah, it's a holy month.
Oh, you're not allowed to be on camera during Ramadan.
you know.
Because all at me.
So shout out to Butter and the Stylist Destroyers,
Infinite Potential Crew.
Yeah.
Also known as Trinity. Also known as. You know, hip hop guys like to have a lot of AKAs.
Going deep, maybe.
Yeah.
AKA. So,
what year was this?
What year was you, dude? I was
99, 2000, 98, somewhere around.
All the way to 2005, 2006.
It goes deep.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Ramadan was deep in hip hop. We had Black Noise, we had Prophets of the City people here. I don't want to say biting some of the stuff that we did, but they were here.
It's real in a
and during the Battle of the Year, they did the stuff that they saw by my house on the Saturday afternoon.
Shots fired.
So yeah, we used to b-boy and we would take all the furniture out, and we made sure the furniture was back by the time
the mom came home.
Yeah, the moms came home.
So you used to carry the tapete around?
Yeah, we used to carry the tapete around, yeah. That was the thing.
We had one Moorsi speaker with like 4 subwoofers in it, and we connect that stuff. And DJs would come from like groot name lekker DJs would come there and come and see things that we were busy with, and they were like, Oh, that's not Kwai, but tomorrow you see in the journal also doing the same thing.
They're doing the same thing, yeah. Listen, I'm just gonna share this to a couple of pages and stuff like that, and they will on live. So Tekneek, bro, what have you been up to?
Well,
I know you with Cream now as well. You're touring with him. You were at
October. We were at Back to the City in Johannesburg.
How was that?
The biggest hip hop festival in Africa.
Oh,
It's huge. We had insane amount of people, and then it's difficult to take Afrikaans to. You have to understand the cultural kind of like.
The vibe is different. There's a total different.
The buzz about it is like they don't like that's an oppressor language.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to take Afrikaans, and they don't understand our take on Afrikaans. So when we speak Afrikaans, it's not an oppressor language. It's our language. You know? So it's difficult to take Afrikaans to that environment. Sorry. And I think we did well. A youngster does his thing, but he's mostly English. But he kind of spoon feeds it to them. Whereas Cream is unapologetic about his Afrikaans. He's from Kosovo, right? So we stood in front of like 20,000 people, Xhosa, Zulu, Pedi, Tswana, and obviously the Sotho guys understand Afrikaans.
it's very different.
Sotho is close to Afrikaans. I think there's a lot they understand. I don't know why. I don't know what the cultural thing is about it. But we stood up there and we did our thing. And that was cool because we got to see everybody out there and a lot of people, just a lot of people. And then December was easy, nothing happening. January, I think everybody takes.
But they had Rakim there as well, man.
Rakim, Pharaoh Monch, Talib Kweli. We were all standing on the side there watching these guys, people we grew up with, dude. And idolized. We weren't on the same stage. We were on that small side of the crowd stage. With the low pay. Sorry, Osmic, I'm joking. we appreciated the pay. They flew us up for free and they put us in a hotel. My wife was with.
Nice.
So it was a little holiday.
So I mean, yeah, quite. But
he takes his words back.
Yeah, I take the words back. Please, we'd like to come again this year. Where's the camera? But it was fantastic. Afrikaans, for them to just have recognized what Afrikaans was, even if it was just for us in Cape Town, for them to recognize Cream for what he does and who he is fantastic. So we've not done anything. I've spoken to Cream about things, but nothing's happened so far. Some people have dropped. I know him Joyner dropped some stuff in the local scene.
I saw.
But Nimaneti came out from Crowbars.
Yeah.
Crowbars quality. This Wordsworth saying happened. And so local hip hop is tight. And I don't only want to talk about like Afrikaans hip hop. Because that's, when you say local, it's everybody. But somehow the Afrikaans is doing it so lekker, man.
They come and making you think, man.
The vibe is lekker, man.
Yeah, it is lekker.
They're making you think, man.
As far as DJing, so I came second at Back to the City. I wasn't at Back to the City only as Cream's DJ. I was going to be there anyway as competing. Usually I was in a battle. I came second and I think I was robbed. I think I had to beat Sush. Sush is in Cape Town at the moment. Sush, you know I beat you.
Why did you rob him, guys?
Like, yo.
Why did you rob him, guys?
What's his name?
Joburg Cape Town beef.
Whoa.
What's his name? Shameless. I came up there, I did like 3 tone plays. I didn't even want to ask what a tone plays.
What's a tone play?
I did 3 tone plays out the box. Straight. My notes is on point. A tone play is like, Father, just give me a idea of a tone play.
Creating music samples.
Okay, so if a song has a certain note in it, we can, like a key note, we can take that note and play another song in it. So, that song, they often use those notes to play another complete different song.
Okay, I got you.
With that. So, if we just inside smoothly move that from that Dre song to something else. And I just came 3 songs out the bat with tone plays, and it was crazy, and nobody else did it, but So Owen still never chose me as number one. So I didn't win the 10,000. I didn't win the 10,000 rand.
But that's very creative.
It was a 10,000 rand prize. They gave me like a 2,000 and 3,000, like a mini turntable thing. I don't know if you see the size of me, but a mini turntable me don't look like yours.
Even said later that one essay your talent wouldn't want to play.
Oh, DJ Arch? Nah, you can play on that thing. So yeah, I battled there, I came second, and then yeah, it was fun. It was always lekker. Sush won. Sush, my boy, we're gonna get together on Monday. Maybe you guys should come around. Maybe we should do it here.
Yeah.
And then,
Tell it to come.
yeah, we can do it here. We should have. I think Wally is gonna be involved. Blue Moon, current SA champion.
Shout out to Blue Moon.
Luwayne Wonder.
Yeah.
They're all getting together on Monday.
This Monday coming.
To jam, yeah.
Okay.
Scratch DJs exist, guys. We like to scratch a lot. We really like
That's
scratch.
sad what happened to Reddy D's collection in his garage that burnt out.
Yeah,
That was sad, man. It was a sad moment for hip hop.
I'm not a vinyl head like that. Like,
A collector's type of vibe.
I'm not a collector kind of vibe because nobody plays records anymore. So, while I understand that collecting all of those records have a sentimental value to you, you can take your laptop with a control record and play on turntables. You don't need those records anymore. So I understand people who are connected to the vinyl because it's a place and time in your heart and a time in hip hop, and it means something to you. But for me, vinyl is not like, it's not a thing because
It's just expensive. We have to go to town.
it's expensive. We had to go to town, syndicate, and we never got the records we wanted because the records we wanted were kept
Always had to
people.
go Craig Darwin, maybe.
And we had to get, what's that guy's name? Munir. With his bonus and had to buy 3 records or something like that. So it wasn't, it's vinyl for me. We bought a lot of records. We really did. But I think it's not important to me. So I know a lot of his records, but I know there must be hearts for something that appreciates that. So I feel for him for that.
Because he had something at All Labs where he was also displaying, like, I think it was called Burn, something like that. We were there. Well, I was there. You weren't there.
I don't say
He
we.
was supposed to
Don't
see
say
it,
we.
but he didn't. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, the whole thing about the vinyl and stuff like that, it was quite
It's a
something.
time.
Seen a
It's
lot
a
of
time.
old school
It's
boys.
But
It's
there's a lot of money that also burnt out because there was a lot of very hard to find vinyls that burnt out that was worth a lot of money.
This is what I'm saying. For me, I don't understand because I can go onto a site and buy a totally HD copy, MP3 or wave or FLAC version of that song. So that's just how I am. But I understand people that are
They are
collectors.
collectors, yeah. They are
I
collectors.
understand people that are crate diggers. There are things that you won't find on your record shop that you have online and stuff like that. There's that obscure funk record by Fisherman and the Fisher Guys that you're gonna find, and it's got the mad sample. That I'll take. That I'll understand. Don't talk to me about Black Helicopters in the Sky by Non-Fiction because
that's gonna be there.
Because I can go find it. But what I'm talking about is if you're a producer and you want to produce beats, then dig, because you're not gonna find that there online. You're gonna find that 7-inch somewhere dusty as hell, and you're gonna listen to it and you're like, and you're and what did we always say, the triumphant beats, and you put that back, play it back, the brass, stuff like that. Then I'll get excited with you. But if you're just talking about like some random like Naughty by Nature record that was only pressed 100 times, I don't care, because it's online. Because Naughty by Nature must want to make the money, so they're gonna put it online, and I'll buy it for $5, $10, whatever it might be, and I can never.
Is what it is, yeah. Oh, you still producing? Getting back into it.
I mess around, but I mean, I know a lot of rappers because of hooking up with Cream, but I would never actually give them one of my productions. I produce because it helps with the DJing. So, you know, you get sometimes you get like a song that doesn't have an intro, or cat is talking over the song. And it's like, oh, it's DJ Khaled, and then take old boy out. At the end, maybe they've got the song just fading out. Take that, put it in the front, loop it
over,
so that I can mix it liquor, and then I can run the song smoothly in a party environment. Yeah. So I keep my production skills sharp
for that,
solely to keep my DJ skills sharp. I don't actually care about producing music.
I told him how he started.
We still have albums. We have albums with the work. Did you play it for him? Because
the intro is one of the songs. Oh, just in case. So that dude that we're gonna give it to you. Is this Bra's voice?
Didn't you take them? You forgot about it.
Gonna give it to you, bum. That's this.
And you were.
So yeah, the was me.
You had it coming out now. You didn't give me too much detail of the song. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
thank you. Yes, it coming out.
Yeah, we were kind of peeved at the guys because they hadn't been rocking up, and me and him were always like the two that were most like committed to this thing, and they weren't rocking up, and we're like, we're gonna show them now, make a gevaarlijke number, you know. And we made this joint, and it was probably one. They came and tell me what they want. That was one of the best joints on that album.
Yeah,
gonna give it to you.
Well, it plays at the beginning.
Yeah,
don't join. There's no copyright, so we can play the whole track.
There is no copyright.
We're going to play the whole track, yeah, guys. If you and you can
don't bite.
Rate the song or rate the backtrack, and tell us what you think.
We're gonna release a chick here. It's totally independent. We released the track that's almost 20 years old.
There's Jones, mad Jones.
Almost 20 years old, dude.
Becoming relevant 20 years later.
Graham is on one of the stuff. What was the one?
I don't know what's about almost. I think it's more like 25.
No, it was like 2003.
It's pretty old. It's a whole album. The album's scattered all across the crew. Some people have like the demo. No, we had to cut you out. You were talking some some vile stuff there. We had to cut boy out. Or something.
He's like eat him up levels.
No.
No.
All up in your switch. All up in your switch. We had to cut that lyric out. Because nobody knew what all up in your switch meant. He actually recorded that. He wasted my time in the studio telling me he was all up in my switch. And then we had to say nah. And that was before load shedding, but the electric went off that time. So we'll pull the plug. That was deep.
Now I remember this switch, man. That's why I'm laughing.
We come a long way in this hip hop thing.
Yeah, but you DJ like how long now? 20 odd years?
We were all b-boys. We got into this to be b-boys most.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yes.
All of us got involved in this to be b-boys. I found very early in my b-boy career that I was too big and too heavy and getting hurt. And somebody had to play the music, right? So that's what I did. And then we were loose and wild in Cape Town. Myself, Kevin and Graham were often loose and wild in Cape Town. And then we saw there was one party that the DD played at Cape Town Station. And Kevin's father had organized us almost like a VIP kind of seat above where Reddy was DJing. We could look down upon him on his stage, and he was and I was like, oh, what the hell is that? And then as fate would have it, 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, he came to my high school.
Yeah.
And then he had his whole gear and his everything there, and he did his routine goodness there, and I was like, that's where I'm gonna be. Then that man standing at the door, Blue Moon, was friends with a guy called Colin Asif, and they left him with a mixer that he proceeded to spray gold. Nobody taught us. Nobody knows why it was gold, but nobody taught us how to connect this thing. We had this mixer, right? And obviously we had turntables because everyone's parents had turntables. That wasn't the issue. But now we could finally, because we've been playing on like tapes. Can you remember? We were DJing, we started DJing as one DJ, and then we started pressing tapes. And you can't mix tapes because you can't slow it down, you can't cue it. And eventually we got turntables and Asif left, Colin Asif left. I remember this mixer at Brother's house. And we connected it wrong because they never showed us how to connect this thing.
Never showed you how to connect.
And that is why we still scratch hamster. We still scratch back to front. All of us. Not one of us scratch like you're supposed to scratch. Because we connected this mixer wrong. And
What's scratching hamster?
So
No, because you said obviously we understand the term.
So this is the mixer and this is one turntable and that's the other turntable. The fader on would be on that side. So the fader would go that side and that would be on for that turntable because it makes sense. On is on the side of the turntable. So we messed it up and on for that turntable was there for us.
And that's how you got used to it.
So this is how we scratch. I switch on that turntable when I move it across. It's backwards to the wall.
And you're still doing it now.
But having said that, the greatest scratch DJ in the world called Qbert scratches that wall.
Oh, yo, that's more.
So that was just like a.
Give him a shout out, man.
Yeah, Qbert. So I don't need to. Nobody needs to shout out Qbert. That's that simple. God DJ. God DJ.
So that was like how it started. Then it was house parties, and then that's we call an Asif came.
Then it was Crooklyn Clan, Be Faithful. You know he's laughing because he knows how this goes. It's your birthday. We had 2 copies of that, and that 2 copies were extorted. Yeah, we played that joint. I knew much, you know, she was there. She, God damn it. People were just we were silly with that kind of music.
Yeah, that was what? How many? Yeah, that was 1997, 98, going into 2000. And then the b-boy started, and then we were like b-boying, but you gave up b-boying years.
I stopped b-boying, like I said, because I tried to airplay, and you know, when you weigh 90, 100 kilograms, when you land wrong, it pains. The DJing didn't pain anything, really. You just kind of stood there and chicka, did your thing. And then we went on this rabbit hole called DJing. Buddy was always involved with the DJ. Always learned quicker than me, but he was also very involved with the b-boy. And you know how it was. Graham was always involved with the DJ, but Graham was more, I would class him as a selector. G Eternal, selector. He knows music better than I think any of us knows music. I would easily put him in knowledge of music way beyond, because he had a brother that was older than us, and the brother was at sea, and he'd bring like the Naughty by Nature album that you know we could never get, or you know a Tupac album we could never get, or and a lot of our hip hop knowledge came from there. Because Steve was at sea, and Steve was in the States, Miami.
And Steve was like a full-on 80s.
Steve came back. Steve had everything. I'm talking about everything. Alles. I can't even begin. The Tribe Called Quest, the one with the hologram on it. It was crazy. We had things that people in Cape Town only dreamt of having because of what Steve could do. And
there was a few of you guys like that, no? Like, cause there was some, like my aunt was in the she was an air hostess.
Yeah.
So when she would come back from the States, then she would bring my uncle like the Tupac, like things that was limited there. So you guys were ahead of your time. The other guys would look up to you.
We were only ahead of our time because people at Syndicate only had 2 copies coming all the time, and certain top DJs got those copies.
Yeah.
But we were quiet because Steve wrote us that stuff, and we could listen.
Shout out to Steve.
You know, shout out to Steve.
Yeah.
Steve was listening all this shit. And I know we've told him what he did for us as far as hip hop and just connecting us to international hip hop was concerned. It was we have to appreciate what he did.
Need to share this. I want to share this quickly, man. I want to share it to the group. Sorry.
What group now?
But no, it's like it's not going. But okay. I must share it. Share it to the thing.
Oh, are you crying over there?
Then yours is not crying because he's crying. The one's gonna start crying.
I do have a cry in me, but it's not that close.
So listen, by the way, so just as this is what I'm speaking, so we can have all the boys on. We did try and get
in the barbershop.
a few of them had some family stuff, which is cool, we understand. And then we want to do a barbershop talk with all the guys. So I'd be in the barber, and we're gonna talk and
You pee in the barber.
I pee.
Don't be like
See
that.
in the barber.
Don't pee in the barber.
So I think that's gonna be like
He pee in the barber.
The boys are
now this is what I had to go through. Yeah. No, this is what we all have to go through. Someone gets it every night. Someone got it. That's why Graham is hiding because he knows.
Well, I hairstyle as he got.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna. But that's why we're gonna go to the barber. Graham knows why we're gonna go to the barber. Yeah. So we're all gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get a lot of the guys on, and then a lot of old school other DJs as well. Getting
I think at this point,
as well.
I think at this point we have to. Being Cream's DJ and Cream, I know we've got Cream's Facebook page going on.
Shout out to Cream.
Shout out to Cream.
And
A lot of the local guys you guys need to get on here. Afrikaans hip hop is bubbling in a way that it just needs a platform.
It's come up platform.
It just needs a platform to make it an industry. It just needs a platform to play it all the time, to promote it all the time. For these people who are ShopRite Checkers, bloody Packers and mad MCs.
And a lot of them came up now during COVID now because of TikTok. Yeah. They got recognition. So shout out to a lot of the guys.
I fell on my backside when I found out that a guy like Cream, who I've always known was there, even throughout times.
From Stamina, bro.
Yes.
Is like
he's got a day job. You would think that this guy is, on the level of.
But that's also what social media does, man. It does this pop, but it's like, it's one of those things where you want to see the real fruits of.
Yeah, but the point is, it's up to you guys like you to have him on here.
Yeah.
It's up to people to promote him, his music.
Exposure.
We went to Lambertsbury last year, and kids flock to. I say to my wife, if you drop a piece of honey and there's ants around, and the ants will just flock. The children ran. We came walking onto the field at the same time. It was at Lambert's Bay Sports Complex. We came walking onto the field at the same time, and the kids ran to this bruh. And I just had to stand one side because they love Cream so much, and they started rapping his lyrics, and you could see because he's not a like a braggy kind of guy. So he's humble, and then I had to deal with it but everybody loved him. There was so much support. There must be an industry. There must be a way for Cream to support his family of his music. There must be a way for Crowbars to support his family of his music. There must be a way for M. Joyner to make money off his music. There must be a way for all of these cats, these Afrikaans cats, because there's so many people listening to it. What we need is somehow funding to have an event, 2 events, 3 events, to book these artists, because we know.
And what's the
music
rate like?
sales,
What's the rate like to book an artist, like compared to Black Coffee that just won a Grammy and he's charging like R1 million a show?
No, Javon is ridiculous. I don't want to say what Cream's rate is for embarrassing him on this platform. After you now say Black Coffee, I don't want to say what we are charged.
Like, that's the type of what I'm saying. The industry isn't really supported, man, in that sense. But also because it's been dominated in such a way for such a long time.
But how do you charge people that listen to Cream's music
that's also the other thing,
that are in the ghettos or maybe struggling in life? How do you charge them 200 rand to come watch their idol?
Yeah.
We need people like Coca-Cola, because people drink Coke in the hood. We need people like Jive, because people drink Jive in the hood.
Don't
we need people like Blue Ribbon. We need people like, I started to say these people's names, but Blue Ribbon. People eat bread in the hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They need to support concerts where these people perform, because they are then advertising to people that buy their brand.
Yeah.
We don't need Mercedes to support Cream. Because nobody that supports Cream can afford to support. I can't support. I'm his biggest fan. So how the hell is that going to work? But I can buy a bloody loaf of Blue Ribbon. I can go buy a giant cool drink. So that's where they get their return of investment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they'll have 1,000 people singing Kamisa, Chemakia, Stamina, Gazilam, and then they can say we were part of that. And then they can put the adverts out and say 1,000 people, we support the Cream. Cream gets 20,000 rand. and he can support his family because he's making money that music that people listen to.
Yeah.
Optai's got 350,000 views. It's ridiculous, but what's he making? He's making nothing of it. And so our colored people are marginalized ridiculously because Afrikaans not supposed to be quiet. It's what it is.
Sesco, Coke, Blue Ribbon, Jive, Double O. There you go. So
your people are listening to this music. They are listening. They're in the street. They don't have the data. If Kareem often says to me, if as my mense die data gehad het om op tyd te kyk en heel dag het, dan sal jy gesien het millions of views. But they let the data. Give them the data for free, then you're gonna see his YouTube, and then he'll be making the money.
Yeah.
Because then YouTube views would be 2 million. Spotify would be on a million of the. But they let the data.
So you got 20 people watching over the one phone because that.
No, 20 people. One bruh manage the smoker, and then.
WhatsApp.
Come on, guys! Everybody, we play Optai now. Everybody know the lyrics. When we go into Malmesbury, the people lose their minds and know every word. I'm the teacher, so anytime I feel, I just put the channel off and people just rap.
Yo, that must be an amazing experience, maybe. No?
It's crazy. The amount of people that know his music. Kareem is a god from here to Springbok. I don't know how many people is from here to Springbok, but it must be a good couple of millions. Everybody knows.
And how's the energy?
It's crazy. It's intense. But you know what's weird is like here in the southern suburbs, Kareem. In fact, I will tell you one thing. We went to Chili Ball. We were coming back from a gig, and we went on drinking. We were forcing must drink. We went to Chili Ball, bought a bottle, and we went in the VIP because Carl sorted out, Juice sorted out VIP, and people came into the VIP and said, Kareem, Kareem. And they were so happy to see Kareem in the southern suburbs. And then he came to sit next to me and he said, DJ, hulle ken nie vir jou nie, maar hulle ken vir my hier in die southern suburbs. Sorry, tell you Kareem. And he was rapping, and he was like, hulle ken nie vir jou in jou eie plek nie, hulle ken vir my hier. And that's just I love it. I love skitting with him. It's fantastic. But I think people must support, dude.
I think that's a big thing.
And not just him. I don't want to be like, because I'm his DJ. Like I said, the youngsters, the Crowbars. I'm a big proponent of Crowbars and M Joyner. I think M Joyner is the future.
I see you posting quite a bit about
M Joyner is the future of Cape Town hip hop.
Okay, why do you say so?
Ridiculous.
Why do you say so?
Play Hood Life. Play Hood Life. You know the beat. You're a producer. You know the beat. The beat is retarded. And boys raps is crazy. He's got
I like when he puts his stuff together.
He's got the stage presence. They call him the boogeyman. You see him on the stage and he starts talking to people. Come on, man. And then hip hop is magic. You know when that magic happened? The first time you saw DDD do that Biggie. 20 years ago, it's that kind of magic is happening when he's on stage.
So somebody gonna follow him, Joyner, follow, share, check him out.
Crowbars, follow.
Shout out to Crowbars.
Crowbars. So we want to get them all on the platform. I think it's good to have this conversation going, man, so that people can begin to support. But not say they're going to support, actually like and share the thing. And then support and say, listen, this is the producer. My big thing was always, who's getting the money, man, bro? When it comes to the producer.
There's no money. Youngster's producer gets a lot of money. What's his name? Shani J.
Yeah.
Shani J gets a lot. I don't want to say a lot of money because I don't know. But I know people buy records, beats from him. But other than that, I think it's still a mad scuttle, and there's no structure in it. And
still Joburg, like control.
Yes, bro. Joburg's running the South African Hip Hop Museum, and Joburg came to Cape Town to ask Cape Town about their involvement in South African hip hop. But Cape Town is the origin and birthplace of South African hip hop. They come down here, they ask the same people about the same things the whole time. They hire the same DJs. When Pioneer DJ comes to launch Pioneer's new flagship mixer, the S9, S11, S7, whatever they did there, they have the same DJ doing the same trick, the same time, so they can record him to show our people the same thing. There is our new SA champion. Why not ask him?
He should be on. That should be.
Why not ask him? What is he doing? Why not say to him, yeah, give him a mixer for 2 months. What can you come up with?
Let's unbox it.
He's the champ.
With the actual SA DJ champ.
He's the champ.
MC champ.
No.
That's how you should do an unboxing.
No, but they don't do that. They have the same people doing the same thing, the same way, the same time. You will hear the same scratches, the same mixes, the same thing on the radio. It's generic at this point. We've been spoon-fed. We don't understand what the real skill and the real ability is about, and it's hard so.
Because what was your hours spending like in the? I remember doing it. Was like
Must have been heavy hours.
Hours? It's ridiculous. Like, it's crazy. It's
as past hours. It's like we sit in days.
in some people's own lives you spend just scratching and doing stuff. Is it worth it? You don't know.
He doesn't know if it's worth it.
Listen, we're gonna share a couple of stuff on the page, obviously, because in case you don't know what scratching is,
there's gonna be throwbacks. There's gonna be a few throwbacks, guys.
Yeah. So throughout this week, you're gonna check. We're
You
gonna
think
have.
look like.
Nah, Javon probably has like
You think they'll dig up
throwbacks.
like mad stuff with this like old school pictures.
Yeah, we're gonna be sharing a lot of stuff in the week. So we'll do a
Guys,
lot of
we're gonna have an
snippets,
album
reels.
dedicated to you guys. A whole album on the page will dedicate to you guys.
We're gonna pin it. We're gonna pin it. We're gonna pin it.
We're gonna tag all of you guys in it.
And then you can like and share. So what's up? What's next up for you? What's your tour?
Easter weekend, April 27th, we're in Vredenburg for picnic on the lawn, and all those guys that we were talking about will be there. Jodas is another one that I've not mentioned, but Jodas is very quiet. I think you will be there, and that is where the guys are having to perform for money and it's for their people. So I don't wanna belittle it, but they should be getting more gigs. It should be better for them. But we'll be out there. But Cream was inducted to the Hall of Fame. So
I heard about that. Yeah, I saw it as well. I saw it as well. Yeah.
And he should be, because him and Hype. I mean, Hype has got music out with all kinds of people. So it's big people, but we only talk about the same people over and over in Cape Town hip hop, and it's frustrating.
Who's the upcoming DJs that you know of? People that's coming up?
Blue Moon.
We're all gonna have
Show his face, man. Let Blue Moon show his face, Javon.
Yeah, Blue Moon shows face, yes.
Blue Moon show his face.
SA champion.
Is the
Is he doing the SA champion?
He's a champion. Now this is the type of like we sit in.
We go up for a weekend with Cream.
And then
Can you ever see guys into a show?
you can.
If they got no players.
If we got no
We just got invited to go to Lambert Space, guys.
Picnic on the lawn by somebody
we
who
must-
is unofficially anything to do with picnic on the lawn.
Like, you must come.
You can be there, but
I don't know when you're.
I mean, he's not actually part of like the event, but
The people want to see who Blue Moon is. The people want to see who Blue Moon is.
I want to see. Look at the champion!
You can just say
So
hi to
that is
everyone.
the DMC SA champion.
The presidential show. Enjoy.
Quite.
Well done.
Big boy. So we're gonna tag him in. That's gonna be real. We're gonna loop it so all the time because he actually is the DMC SA champion.
Hurt me better.
Beat him.
Hurt me better. Am I allowed to drink?
Yeah, you're
Of
allowed
course,
to drink.
yeah.
There's some mountain water.
Shout out to Coke must come, yeah. Coke
Let me not drink this, because when I start about people that beat me in battle, I get thirsty.
All of a sudden he's sad.
You just put a big damper on this guy's spirit.
Like, when you're me doing something quiet.
But me doing something quiet.
Yeah, but listen to this through. So we're gonna have Blue Moon on DJ Blue Moon. That's gonna also be another dope one. It's gonna be like in America, we got some old school b-boys as well. I was speaking to Josh the other day. I'm like, and I saw this. I'm like, dude, you look very familiar, man. He's like, yeah, nah. I'm like, do you used to b-boy? He's like, yeah, I used to b-boy. I'm like, but who, my bro? Brazilian Flames back in the day, 2000. I was like, that's where I know you from, bro. The 2-on-2 battles.
Yeah.
Why do you remember that?
Why do you get Leila on you? And I can explain this. This bite.
I would have Bolly on. Bolly's supposed to be on.
Bolly!
He must be on, yeah.
Bolly the DJ. DJ B-Boy.
DJ B-Boy, Black Noise, shout out to Bolly.
Shout out to Bolly. Quality, original B-Boy character. And unapproachable as far as ethics, as far as B-Boy is concerned. No biting, strictly to the hip-hop code.
Yeah.
Always love for Bolly. Always.
Yeah, nah, Bolly's dope. So, are you doing anything at the BC one? Upcoming? You're gonna be...
No, I was at last. We were at last year's BC one. They kind of gave me the kind of like a cold shoulder, but Kat got me involved. There's a video somewhere there of me doing something. I feel like you're setting me up to maybe have the video.
No, it was but we will play it a bit later.
I feel like you're setting me up and like, did you do something? When I say no and then they play the video.
All of a sudden, boom, what is the playing?
I did do a little bit of scratching there at the DJ part of it. But no.
So listen, you're in the b-boy scene. How do you see it going? The b-boy scene itself, like breakdancing.
I don't have a specific view on b-boy. I like to be there because it's part of the culture. I love the music. I love the breaks. I love the energy because it's b-boying is the last part of the element. I feel that is how hip hop is supposed to be. I don't like you. You don't like me. I don't feel you quiet. We will battle. DJs don't do that anymore. DJs will tell you, no matter how furrowed your mix or your scratch is, oh, it was so quiet, and I can't deal with it. I will tell you, I thought you weren't nice. Go back and go practice some more. Because that's how we came up.
Yeah.
But that's not the thing. What's the problem
now
with
it's
it?
a crowd.
What's the problem with it? Wouldn't you rather me tell you I didn't think you were quiet?
But nowadays they can't negotiate everything, man.
No, they will tell you. They will tell you how quiet you were. Because they want you to be fraught the whole time so that they can free the sponsorships. So you don't go home and go practice to get better. You go home and think, hey mommy, you know, this guy told me how quiet I am now. Buy some more gear. I'll buy me a Pioneer FLX now for 20,000 because I'm quiet. That old told me I'm quiet. And then you go on your Pioneer FLX and you just, on your purchase, and you druk ek op die.
Let's shots fired at someone?
Yeah, no skills going on there. Just if you fraud, if somebody tell you fraud, battle him. You know what? If I tell you fraud, and you think, you know what, I don't agree with this guy, why do you battle?
Yeah.
What you got to lose?
What have you got to lose?
What? The hell you got to lose? But I'll battle anybody anytime. I'll battle anybody. I don't care who you tell. Now.
But I think
it sounds like you broke a lot of people's hearts, no?
No, it's not. That's how we are in our crew. We're a crew called Stylist Destroyers.
Stylist Destroyers. Shout out to the Stylist Destroyers.
And we bite at each other like a pride of lions anytime. If you put something in there and we don't think it's quiet, we're gonna tell you, like, yo, that's whack, man. Like, please don't post that. That's in the eyes. That's how we are. We don't hide from each other.
But that's how it was even when we were.
What was us?
Dude,
it was vicious. It was like, vicious when we were kids.
Like when we were writing, it was like, listen, what are you coming out with? And then you hear the next one's first verse, that's 16 bars, and you're like, I must go back home. Yeah. That's not worthy to be on the tape.
I gotta rethink this.
Yeah, like whoa. Because I remember there was one thing that Slick came out with.
I must see you back.
No, it's not gonna be swag because you was not gonna rap your verse. You're gonna think to yourself, okay, clearly my verse not quiet. I did the toilet. You go to the toilet.
So whoever was on first was like, I remember when Slick did one track and it was like, and I was like, whoa.
And that's how you get better. That's how the culture must evolve. That is how it must be. If he hears, and I always value what he says to me because he's unapologetic about his honesty. And if he says to me, something is not right with the audio quality or something is not right with the scratch you did there, I'll take it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm gonna take it. He's being honest. I'll go back, I'll redo it, or I'll rethink it, or you can't be objective about your own stuff. It's difficult because your own stuff you are emotionally and you got time invested, you got money invested into it. So if somebody else gives you an honest opinion, then you take it. You work it out.
One of those things.
Don't be like, I don't want to be politically incorrect. Don't be like somebody or something.
Don't be a somebody.
Be a big boy. Be a big boy. Sort it out. Fruit it up. Go back. Go battle about it then. Set up the battle.
Set up the battle. How has COVID impacted the DJ scene?
Yo. Because I think it was quiet, no?
Underground DJs like me didn't bother me at all because we don't get gigs, right?
But a lot of DJs popped out of nowhere also. The same like the rappers that popped up because of TikTok. A lot of DJs also popped out of nowhere. So TikTok gave a lot of people a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. In fact, I don't want to say it didn't because it actually did a lot. We did a lot of online stuff. I got more online content. In fact, the fact that I can say content, because before COVID, content was not something that I was concerned with.
But now you're concerned about the content.
I don't want to say concerned, it's just something that you think about. Like, I haven't posted a video in a long time, but during COVID, you were like, let me post a video of me doing like a 3-click flare. And then you posted the video, 3-click flare, and you put it on there, and then now, you think it's been a week or two since I posted something, then you all go post it. But before COVID, I wasn't concerned about that. But during COVID, I learned a lot. I think it was the most intense period of scratching practice for us. I don't think we've ever focused on our skill, just our raw skill as much.
And there was a lot of online stuff as well. Like I know, like the guys were online, you were online, he was online, like together, and it was like.
I think the last time I was that focused on improving scratchability was when I started. When Daryl used to play computer games in the room there, and then I would scratch for 3-4 hours at a time. That was the last time that I actually put so much effort into scratching. So I mean, for 20 years I basically built my house on 2-click flares, and in COVID I'd learned boomerangs, transforming combinations, 3-click flares, autobahns, prisms. We learned a bunch of things during COVID.
So there was the ups and there was downs.
Yeah, definitely.
And the ups is obviously benefiting you now.
We know a lot of scratches. I don't know if that's benefiting anybody. We know a lot of scratches.
Benefiting you, I
one of our crew members asked me to do he was struggling with an autobahn. Minty was struggling with an autobahn. I was like, elephant. But, so autobahn is open wider, pull back, so it makes the sound like it's rup. You can imagine the turntable just rup. So it's 1, 2, 3 sounds. Huh? Elephant, that's why you get that. So it's 3 forward, and then the last one you go vup, and all the way back. And I explained to him elephant, and I showed it to him, and he was so happy just to hear it and see it. And hopefully he's got it. Monty, let me know if you got it. Elephant. It's just the way we put in your brain, so when you're scratching you say elephant to get the elephant, the 3 syllables.
The syllables, yeah.
Pa, 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 pa. So it's 9 sounds in the scratch sentence.
Do you think this turntablist or the turntablism or turntablist DJs something's fading out? Do you think they're still going to continue? Because it's hours and hours and hours.
In the rest of the world, it is exploding.
It's going big in the rest of the world.
The selling of turntables and portable turntable systems and DJ equipment is immense.
Yeah.
In Cape Town, South Africa. Why? Because of gatekeeping. Nobody in South Africa who's currently called the top DJ is showing people how to scratch. You'd have seen a Facebook post of mine today where I said, Willie,
DJ Willie,
I said, thank you, Willie.
Yeah.
I heard on prime time radio today, I heard a DJ scratch.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people are coming there with the controllers, they're not scratching, it's maybe pre-mixed even, or the tempos are pre-beat, or you can pre-record all your songs to a same tempo.
Yeah.
So you play this at 120 BPMs, you know the next song's 120 BPMs, you don't have to move the fader or the pitch fader. You just go like this, doops, 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 doops. It's in like sin. It's done. And then you turn on the bass, doops, doops, doops. Oh, it's so fantastic. Doops, and then you just find the other one, doops, and then your numbers play. And then you know the next one's at 120 as well. So you put the bass back up and doops, 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 doops. Ah, it's in. Oh, fantastic. And you turn that bass off, and then you move the fader across, and then your song is mixed. In fact, you don't have to do that if you know what you're doing, because you get VDJ. VDJ will do it
And
for
it will
you.
put it for you, yeah.
And so it's tough. People are not exposed to the art of scratching.
Would you consider teaching?
I do teach,
Oh, you
but
do
I only
teach?
teach for free. I wouldn't take money from anybody to learn this thing, because nobody charged me money to do it. Anybody wants to scratch can scratch for free. You can ask me, I know you'll do it for free also.
So do you guys like have a thing that, like a class?
No, we don't. I had two students come and go. It is what it is. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult because it's difficult.
Yeah.
That thing turns, and a good turntable turns.
I tried it a few times.
A good turntable turns. So when the sound might start. I don't know how to explain it. The sound might start where the top of the phone is, and it turns. So you have to catch your sound there. That's where your sound starts. Then as soon as you take your hand off, that keeps turning, right?
Yes.
So now you gotta pull your hand back to get back to that sound. And then, because you're a beginner and you don't know how it works, you pull it, and your yes now just yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And then you're like, no, that doesn't sound right, it's not fun. Don't sound like it sound like with that, but I did it. And
Then you lose your plug.
kids, you did lose your
But
plug.
it's because the fingers get tired.
Sorry. Kids are, it's fast forward, fast food mentality. Everything must happen now.
Everything is easy.
I also do Kung Fu, and we have the same problem in the Kung Fu class. Kids come, they can't do the stuff in one lesson and just give up.
What kind of you do?
Same Kung Fu all the time.
No, I know.
Yeah, what Kung Fu? What are you, black belt?
Let's say Kung Fu is
I'm
always
a
there.
black belt Jiu-Jitsu championship. Are you fighting in the UFC?
Seven star, no, it's traditional Kung Fu, it's 7-star praying mantis. There's no black belt, just come there.
How long have you been doing this?
23 years.
23 years, yeah, 2000 and like.
So it's the same mentality, like they come there, they don't understand it, they don't get it in the first week, and they just throw it away. And it's the same thing with DJing, they don't get it in the first week, they just throw it away.
But you're still doing it though. You're still practicing.
Yes. Don't need to stop it. This is my
So
cheese
it's the praying mantis. You don't evolve.
I got that shit on.
So you
Seven
never
star.
try any other like any other of the maybe the moth or what?
Nah, the moth is difficult for me because the doom is a big. Like praying mantis don't bang for the doom like that.
But the moths do.
The moth is.
The moth is gonna bring the rain.
Nah, the praying mantis, nah, we come fast with the praying mantis. Nah,
Yeah, great,
don't be
man.
die.
So yeah, listen. I just wanted to show you this. Oh, snap! DJ Tekneek, that's yours. Thank you for being on the show with us. It's the DJ
The
Tekneek
cool
Club.
drink was in it. Are you gonna play my video now? What's
Yeah, no, your video is gonna be played on the air, not on the TV.
I don't know what to watch now.
It's on your profile. You wanna watch your own videos? That's on. So yeah, but listen, we normally give this to our guests that come on. So you got your own.
Really
So when you have
listen.
coffee in the morning, you still having your coffee and your chokers in your break.
Nah, you big man.
Chokers, oh, your chokers.
Yeah.
Then you-
Clearly, I'm not missing no joking.
And then you can have it, yeah, have your DJ Tekneek. Think about us in the morning. Like, oh wait, I was there.
I thank you once, man. That is straight coke. Very disappointing. I would have hoped for something in there, but guys, whoever's watching, that is straight coke.
It is straight coke, yeah. Listen, we want to have some of the platform is open. We want to have ciphers up. Let's get the MCs. Let's get the DJs.
We can build it. No problem.
Yeah, it's there. The platform.
Are you
is there.
ready for those people?
We are ready.
My people to come through here, because once my people come through here, it's not gonna be the same.
Listen, the whole thing of this is to create a platform for our mensen.
Is there a hall here or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, next door. Yeah.
So we want to have a platform where all the guys that aren't being seen.
So we're gonna bring all the people here for the interviews, the DJs up number. And from here, they just walk into the jail next door, we just make a jail.
So he wants to do a whole cipher.
The whole number, the whole thing.
Say the whole cipher's gonna be here, guys. What do you guys think? Should we have the cipher here?
Oh,
Yes or
Joe,
no? How do you
everybody
feel?
out here. The MCs that come through here can someone go perform there.
So they're coming straight
I
to
want
the
to have
interview.
Owens coming on here freestyling.
Imagine Krabba's out there doing Krabbadulas for the men, so we don't.
We can get
Well,
the
the
stage
stage
things up.
outside.
We can do a whole
Madness. Madness, boy.
like everybody.
And you like to have all the people out there, the people that sell the whatever.
Do the pop-up market.
And
do all
the
of
quiet
that
thing
stuff.
about Slumberland is between the
Have a
southern
look
and
at
the
your trailers
northern.
here.
Right in between.
There's a right in between southern
Right in
and
between.
northern suburbs. You guys can make it.
Right in between.
We can do it.
We're right in between, Javon. We're right in between.
versus-
Let me just drink my.
So guys, how do you feel? How do you feel about this? Should we have the cipher? Yes or no? Please leave your comments. But I think the people's leaning more to the yes, man.
I think,
This is-
Preston Tracy is saying in the next show, Preston and Javon can battle. Because apparently you also like MC. This is your wife, this. I'm reading this stuff.
Usually the rapping is much front with the
Ja,
lyrics.
nee, bro.
So listen, see peeps. See peeps.
Just pause, just remember that I'm hearing you. Let us hear you.
No, maybe
Ja, a cappella.
There's battle coming
Tracy, what are you
out.
talking
Let us
about?
hear you a cappella.
Let's
Oh, it's not a acapella.
You can bring me a mixer and a turntable now. I'll show you how to scratch now. If you were MC, this is
You
like
didn't say you weren't going to?
now bring it out and I'm gonna do it.
we set up. See, people is saying question, technique, or honorable technique. What do you think is the missing element in local DJs for them to be part of the global boom of scratching? What's the missing element? What do you think?
Your hard work, time and hard work. That's all it takes. There's nobody near. I count myself included. There's nobody near what's happening in Europe at the moment. We might be close to the States because a lot of guys base their scratch styles on the States. But what's going on in Eastern Europe is almost like a dark art.
Is it?
My friend, things they're doing there with turntables is just ridiculous. He knows we're talking about the guy called Mike Massionaro. It's insane what people are doing in Europe as far as scratch DJing is concerned. The states stick to the rules as far as like boomerangs and flares and transformers. But what they do in Europe is they push the boundaries. There's things that they do there that are just, it's insane. So practice, be yourself. If you find yourself being a certain way, push that, make it quality, make it fast, make it clean, make it precise. Don't copy anybody else.
I was now gonna say go to YouTube and watch somebody teach you a few tricks.
No, you have to learn. It's the same as Kung Fu. You have to learn the vocabulary. So the same when you go to primary school, they teach you curly, you know, they teach you baby words, and then you learn how to make it A B C D E F, and then you learn how to read. But that doesn't teach you how to write poetry. The poetry is on you once you learn all of those foundations. So once you learn a boomerang or a transformer or a flare, once you learn that, take that, make something new, clean, and that's what they do in Europe. The guy I've spent 2 years learning a scratch that a guy did 12 years ago.
Yeah, sure.
That we only learned recently, and it just blew my mind. I had to learn it. I had to go learn it. So maybe one day I can make my own thing and make it quality enough for somebody from Russia to learn it. I don't know. But learn your own thing, make it quality, make it clean. Practice, I would say. Oh, it's a lot of practice.
What you're saying there? I'm just reading out some of the comments here. So yeah, Preston, you must battle me. I'll come next time, bro. I'll come.
Yeah, nee, you definitely gonna take
I'm
all
here,
the
bro.
tapijt mee, bro.
Old
And
school.
we crack a risk or something on my side.
Yeah, he got the lyrics. He got the lyrics. You're not playing the lyrics for
When
them.
do you think we're going to on that cypher? What we're talking
Listen,
about?
we're gonna organize it. I think we must do a nice big thing. We'll set up a liquor side for get the guys here. And I think that's gonna be cool. Monday nights, remember Monday nights we got sports night. So
We can
that's
tune into
it,
the Preston Javon show this
So
Monday night,
we
guys.
got
It's gonna be
Fagan
big,
and Thurston, and they're gonna be speaking about sports and all that stuff. But he must pull through one Monday. We want to touch on rugby and cricket and all of that. So that's gonna be cool. That's Monday nights. Friday nights is our thing, and then we got ciphers which we're gonna do, and then we're gonna have some ladies as well. So podcast every night. It's gonna be mad.
Go.
And
Shout
it's all
out,
gonna be our main sir.
shout out to Silly's daughter Nuran. She's actually gonna be involved in the ladies' night. We spoke to her this evening, so it's gonna be dope. The ladies, yeah. Shout out to her.
We're showcasing our people. That's what we wanna do.
We're not going to no video.
No, guys, we're gonna post all the links. We're gonna post the content. You are going to be able to watch the video. Don't worry,
He
guys.
said because Blue Moon is up and it's like, come on, I'm gonna.
You said you were
He wants to
Yeah.
show Blue
You had the
Moon a
one
few
with
tricks
the
here.
play, but you want playing no games.
Yeah, I'm going to. We're not gonna play games.
Just play it for the ones.
We're gonna- We're gonna.
Like yourself.
we're just-
Why must you look for it? You're supposed to be prepared.
I'm supposed to be prepared, yeah.
Putting Javon out
That's
there.
why
And
now
this
it's
is
not being
the
played. Because Savannah, when I came
No,
in,
it's not on here. I'll play it in the
I'll play it in the week, no context.
week. No, man, we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it.
Poor.
We're gonna close with Make Brew and play no games.
Welcome sing it now. Welcome sing it now.
Mr. Tekneek, what is our time? We're exactly an hour. We were chatting for an hour, bro. Appreciate the time coming out. It was lekker. We're just chatting. This is the first of many. I think this is also just the introduction.
It was an introduction.
Just to show you a lot of stuff that's happening
No,
on the
no,
Cape Flats.
We'll
Cape Flats area.
talk. Let's bring the guys out, the people that are making big moves in the music for hip hop for Cape Town.
Our people must uplift our people.
Lekker my bro.
And our mensen must support each other in order for us also to move forward, guys. Start working together and not against each other. Don't see your fellow brown man or brown woman as a competition, maybe. We're supposed to work together. Stop coupling feelings.
Away, we are a collective. Bold. Grow. Away. Mr. DJ Tekneek, any last words before we
No,
close?
nothing at all. Thank you for having me. It was fantastic. The cool drink was lekker. I don't know.
You said it was neat. Yeah, you're going away with a cup.
The only cup I have is Best Daddy of the Year. Now I got the DJ Tekneek.
This is a collect. This is a
No,
collect.
that does look like DJ
This is the-
Tekneek. Yeah, look like it. Anyway, thank you. Thank you guys for having me. It's fantastic.
Preston, lost Tekneek Garmin.
Now that I'm looking at it,
Tekneek.
It's a T.
That's unique though.
It is a T. It's the font, my bro, man.
Just take it.
look at the D. The D also has a lot of words in there.
I'm gonna drink that Coke.
Whoever's watching it, you can tell me what you feel.
Guys, give it here. Let me check here.
Tekneek, are you playing no game?
Guys, what do you think? Do you think this is?
Cause just, guys, just look at the difference.
Okay. What he's saying is I must now make him another cup.
Guys, what do you think? Tell me, what do you think of this?
I told you, chicken. It's a J, my bro. There I got the J, you got the T. That's not Tekneek. Let me just
Show them the J, man. Show them the J.
check here. J. This is Joe Van and this is Tekneek. This DJ. But you know what is this? Huh? Okay, now. Right.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Right, yeah. Okay. So, last word. You gave me last words now.
No, I never gave
Yeah,
my
we
last
should make kind
words.
of
Yeah.
people
Yeah, tell me.
loving each other.
Yeah, no, I gave my last
Support
words. That was
elkaar.
the last word, supporting Maka. Yeah, I gave. What is your last word, Javon?
What was your last word?
I'm gonna say support
What
Maka.
do you have to say?
I'm gonna say
I'm just gonna like piggyback on his support Maka now.
we support Maka.
IBC for
IBC.
life. What was it? What was it? How was it?
Throwing gang signs, guys. This could be a gang sign that you're throwing up now because there's a lot of gang signs.
Yeah, but some of the IPC, some of the three
IBC,
fingers.
yes.
We were kids, I don't know.
It was more Craig than anybody else. It was.
I don't just want to fix this, no, just want to fix
It
this.
was correct.
It was Craig. Yeah.
I call correct.
It was Craig. Yeah. So listen, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. It was lekker. We were just catching up, and we got some big things ahead. I think it's gonna be mad. I think it's gonna be mad.
Let's do it.
I think it's gonna be mad. I think we're really gonna set some platforms. Remember, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are a great people. So we're gonna be doing some great things going forward. Shout out to Tekneek for joining us, or as
Shout out
the
Tekneek.
cup would like to call him, DJ Tekneek.
DJ Tekneek for the win, guys. DJ Tekneek for the win.
So yeah, you're gonna see some stuff. We're gonna be pumping the socials this week with all Tekneek stuff.
And meeting up with
That is gonna be mad, yeah.
we're also meeting up with someone it's regarding the Woodfest that's going down in July. So that's another big event that's taking place.
Yeah,
Very Anwar, we're seeing you in the week, my brother.
it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Like,
So
if you need a DJ at the Woodfest, maybe call Tekneek.
And we're going to we got the
It's
Tekneek in
not
the
the technique.
Anwar, how do you feel about Tekneek?
So I did a. Okay.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Officially, I need to fix this for the week and put a proper T for the guy because he's thinking it's a
Take a
technique.
permanent go, man. Take a permanent go.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take my
That's probably because of what was in your coke.
It's that.
Visions obscured a bit, eh?
I got you now, but listen, dude. Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. It was wonderful having you. Have a lovely week, have a lovely weekend, and we will see you on Monday for sports night. So, have a lekker one. Enjoy.
Salute.